If you're on a diet and there are certain foods you've been told you should not eat, or you're worried because you have type 2 diabetes or some other chronic condition where your diet's been restricted, then this video is for you. I'm Dr. Hamilton Stubbs, a double board certified sleep specialist and a certified nutrition specialist. If you're interested in sleep and food and how those two things interact, sign up for my channel. I'd love to have you, and don't forget to hit the notification button. I make videos for information only, so everything I say should be taken to your healthcare provider and make sure that it applies to you before you implement any changes based on what I'm telling you. What I want to talk about is how I enjoy my holidays without worrying about my diet. I lost 27 pounds during the pandemic, a time when other people were saying they were gaining pandemic pounds. No, I was actually losing the pounds. See, I was determined to decrease my risk for COVID, and the severity of COVID increases in people who have obesity, hypertension, diabetes, three things that I was headed for, either already had. So I was on a mission to get my blood pressure under control and to drop a few pounds, which I did. But as things started to open up, even though we weren't out of the pandemic, I noticed that I started to pick up those pounds. See, I like dessert. I'm not going to tell you I'm never going to eat another piece of cake, pie, or a cookie, or never have a scoop of ice cream. I love those things, but the difference is I control when I eat them. They no longer control me. And how am I doing this? I'm doing it by eating sensually. That's what I call it. Some people call it mindful eating, but mindful eating sounds like somebody standing over you telling you, don't you eat that. Where sensual eating is more of what I experience when I'm eating with all five of my senses, taking time to chew my food, to savor the flavors, and eating in an environment where I'm focused on my food and not distracted by trying to finish up something at my desk, watching television, or even scrolling through my cell phone. So this is what I'm doing. I call it sensual eating. It's the experience of engaging with your food, turning on your parasympathetic nervous system, the system that causes you to relax and helps your body to absorb the food. There's a direct connection between the brain and the gut, and you really want them to be talking the same language. When you take time to chew your food, you're going to give the gut signal a chance to get up to the brain so the brain can process that the body's had enough to eat. This is what sensual eating will allow you to do. So let me run you through 6 steps, and I wrote them down, and I made you a handout so you don't have to worry about trying to take notes. Just go to my website, drhamiltonstubbs.com, and download it. Or you can go to drhamiltonstubbs.com/sensual. I'll put that below so you'll be sure to get it right and not like me. Okay, so here's those 6 steps. First, you want to find a comfortable place to sit down and eat. You deserve that. Stop eating on the run, grabbing your food, running out the door. This is your sympathetic nervous system. Make sure you have a little bit of time to just sit down and eat something. If you can't eat the whole meal, just eat what you can sensually by making sure you have enough time to actually enjoy that food if it's just a part of the meal. So find a comfortable place to sit down and eat. Give yourself adequate time to eat. Like, put that in your schedule that you're going to be eating for these next 10, 15, 30 minutes, whatever time you have allowed to have your meal. And then practice gratitude. This is what many of us were raised to do. Say your grace before you eat. But gratitude, the way I'm talking about it, is a little bit more intense. It's actually thinking about all the blessings of having the many people that went into making the food possible. So if you're buying it from the grocery store, how did it get there? Whose hands were put on it? and how did it get on the shelf? All of these things, the blessing of food coming from God, the good weather, the farmers, this is all gratitude. Practice that. Say a little bit of grace before you have your meal. Saying grace and practicing gratitude stimulates the part of the brain that releases your happy hormones, and these will help you to not overeat. Use all 5 of your senses. In case you've forgotten, it's vision, smell, touch, how you hear, and your taste. Learn your body's language. Sometimes your body is giving you a cue that you really don't like that food, so why do you keep eating it? Just because you paid for it or you put it on your plate does not mean you need to eat it. If your body is saying, I don't like this, listen to your body. If your body is telling you that I've had enough food to eat, it is time to stop. Put the rest in a little container and eat it for later. And focus on the mind-body relationship to your food. Does the food make you feel refreshed? Does it make you feel energized? And if it does, those are the things that you want to keep gravitating to. If the food makes you feel sleepy and tired after you eat it, it's probably not the best thing for you to have during the middle of the day. And maybe you might want to move it to another part of the night. Personally, if food makes me feel that way, I prefer not to eat it at all. Now, sensual eating has some benefits. It can decrease overeating, especially if you are listening to your body's cues. I've had enough. By chewing your food slowly and concentrating on how the food makes you feel, it actually gives the signal from the gut a chance to get up to that brain and tell the brain, we've had enough. That takes about 20 minutes. Sensual eating, eating mindfully, will allow that to happen. It can help you lose weight, and it doesn't require you to count calories, try to measure portion sizes, or restrict certain foods from your diet. If you listen to your body, there are some foods that you're probably not going to want to eat as much because they don't make your body feel very good. It may help you with your binge eating, and when you eat sensually, taking your time, sitting down, taking some deep breaths before you start to eat, and in between your meals and your bites and not gulping, this is going to turn on your parasympathetic nervous system and help that enteric system in your gut so that it absorbs the nutrients so much better, and you'll be able to get those nutrients into your bloodstream. I'm Dr. Hamilton Stubbs, a double board certified sleep specialist, certified nutrition specialist. If you've liked this video and I've said something that you found useful, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and don't forget to share the video. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy your next meal sensually.